The morning sun rose over Colony 7 on planet Artemis. Children laughed as they ran to school. Farmers worked in their fields. Everything was normal. Everything was peaceful. Then the sky turned red. Sarah Martinez was making breakfast when her daughter pointed at the window. "Mom, what are those lights?" Before Sarah could answer, the transmission cut off. Earth Command tried to contact Colony 7. No response. They tried again. Still nothing. Just silence. Commander James Reed sat in Earth's control room. His hands shook as he typed the commands. "Send a probe. Now!" The probe reached Artemis 12 hours later. What it found made everyone in the control room go silent. Colony 7 was gone. Not damaged. Not attacked. Completely gone. 50,000 people. Homes. Schools. Hospitals. Everything was melted into the ground. The earth was black and burned. Nothing moved. Nothing lived. "My God," whispered Reed. "What did this?" The probe sensors found something. Alien energy signatures. A race called the Zarn Empire. And something else. Written in the burned ground. Written so large it could be seen from space. "You are next." The video feed reached Earth. Panic spread like fire. People filled the streets. They demanded answers. They wanted protection. The Earth Council met in emergency session. Military leaders stood before them with grim faces. "How many ships do we have?" asked the council leader. 50 patrol ships," answered General Hayes. "Against the Zarn Empire? We need at least a year to build more." "We don't have a year," someone shouted. The room erupted in arguments. Then the alarm started blaring. "Incoming transmission from deep space sensors," a technician yelled. Everyone froze. The main screen showed a massive fleet moving through space. Hundreds of Zarn warships, all heading toward Earth. "Time to arrival?" Reed asked. 72 hours, sir." 72 hours, until Earth faced the same fate as Colony 7. The council leader's face went white. "We can't fight them. We can't run. What do we do?" In the back of the room, an old man stood up, Admiral Marcus. He had been silent the whole meeting. Now everyone turned to look at him. "There is one option," Marcus said slowly, "but it was never supposed to be used." "What option?" demanded the council leader. Marcus looked around the room. His eyes were hard, determined. "A secret we've kept for 50 years. The screen went dark. The council room went completely silent. Everyone stared at Admiral Marcus. "What secret?" the council leader asked. "What are you talking about?" Marcus walked to the front of the room. He pressed a button. A holographic map appeared. It showed the entire solar system. Red dots blinked in different locations. 50 years ago, we made first contact with an alien race. Marcus began. They were peaceful, but the meeting went wrong. They attacked one of our exploration ships, killed everyone on board. People in the room shifted uncomfortably. This story was not in any history books. After that day, Earth's government made a decision. Marcus continued. We would never be defenseless again. So we started a project, a secret project. He pressed another button. The red dots on the map started glowing brighter. We built a fleet, a hidden fleet, 200 warships, hidden in asteroid fields, behind moons, in dark space where no one could see them. Gasps filled the room. That's impossible, General Hayes said. A project that big, someone would have noticed. We told everyone they were mining operations, Marcus replied. Research stations, weather satellites. But they were shipyards, building warships in secret for 5 decades. The council leader stood up. Her voice shook with anger. You built a military fleet without telling anyone? Without permission. We had permission, Marcus said calmly, from the president at that time. Only 5 people knew. The rest died keeping the secret. Where are these ships now? Reed asked. Marcus smiled for the first time. Waiting. The crews have been training in secret bases, rotating every 5 years. New soldiers replacing old ones, all of them waiting for one signal. He held up a small device. A red button glowed on top. Code red. The activation signal. "And the commander of this ghost fleet?" someone asked. "Captain Sarah Chun. She's been preparing for this moment for 20 years. The room erupted in voices. Questions. Demands. Confusion. Reed stepped forward. "Admiral, the Zarn fleet will be here in 70 hours. Can your secret fleet stop them?" Marcus looked at the countdown on the screen, then at the Zarn fleet moving toward Earth. "We're about to find out." His thumb moved toward the red button. Admiral Marcus pressed the button. Across the solar system, red lights started flashing. In hidden bases behind asteroids, on the dark side of Earth's moon, in deep space where no sensors could reach, the signal went out. Code red. Captain Sarah Chin sat in her command chair on the warship Thunderstrike. She had waited 20 years for this moment. The alert screen lit up in front of her. "All crews to battle stations," she ordered. "Power up all systems. This is not a drill." Around her, 200 warships came to life. Engines that had been cold for years started burning. Weapon systems activated. Shields powered up. "Ma'am, all ships reporting ready," her second officer said. Chin looked at the tactical display. The Zarn fleet was entering the solar system. 400 warships. They moved slowly, confidently. "They think we're weak," Chin whispered. "Let them think that." On the lead Zarn ship, Commander Vex looked at his screens. He saw only small human patrol ships. 50 tiny vessels trying to look threatening. "This will be easier than Colony 7, Vex laughed. "Humans are so pathetic." His officers laughed with him. They moved deeper into the solar system, toward Earth. "Sir," a Zarn sensor officer suddenly said, "I'm detecting something strange." "What is it?" "Energy signatures. Lots of them. They're coming from everywhere." Vex looked at his main screen. His laugh died in his throat. From behind asteroids, ships appeared. From the shadows of moons, more ships emerged. From dark space itself, warships materialized like ghosts. 1, 10, 50, 100, 200, all of them human, all of them massive, all of them pointing weapons at the Zarn fleet. "What is this?" Vex screamed. "Where did they come from?" Captain Chin opened a communication channel. Her voice was ice cold. "Zarn Commander, you destroyed Colony 7. You killed 50,000 innocent people. Men, women, children." She leaned forward in her chair. "Now you face Earth's real military. We've been waiting for someone like you." Vex's hand shook. He tried to speak, but no words came out. Chin raised her hand. "All ships. Weapons free. Fire." 200 human warships opened fire at once. The space between Earth and the Zarn fleet lit up like a second sun. The battle for Earth had begun. The Zarn ships exploded in brilliant flashes of light. Their shields collapsed under the human attack. Vex watched in horror as his fleet fell apart. "Return fire," he screamed. "All ships, attack now." The Zarn warships fired back. Green energy beams cut through space. They hit human shields. Some ships took damage, but the humans kept fighting. Captain Chin watched her tactical screen. Focus fire on their command ships. Take out their leaders first. The human fleet moved like a pack of wolves. Fast, coordinated, deadly. Every shot counted. Every movement had purpose. On the Zarn flagship, alarm screamed. "Sir, we've lost 40 ships. Our shields are failing." Vex slammed his fist on the console. "Retreat! Pull back to the outer system." But then something changed. Vex stopped panicking. He started smiling. Chin noticed it immediately. Why is he smiling? What does he know? Vex opened a channel to all human ships. His smile grew wider. "Clever humans. You surprised us. You had your real fleet well. Surrender now," Chin demanded. "You're beaten." "Beaten?" Vex laughed. "You think this is our main fleet? This was just the scout force. A test to see your strength." Chen's blood went cold. "What are you saying?" "I'm saying," Vex replied, "that the real Zarn Armada is already on its way. 2,000 warships, 10 times larger than your little fleet. The communication screen showed new sensor data. Chen's hands gripped her armrests. A massive signature appeared at the edge of the solar system. Hundreds, no, thousands of ships dropping out of hyperspace. The real Zarn Empire had arrived. "My God," whispered Chen's second officer. "We can't fight that many." Chen stared at the impossible numbers. 200 human ships against 2,000 Zarn warships. 10 to 1 odds. "All ships," she said quietly. "Prepare to retreat. Fall back to Earth's defensive line." "Captain," her officer asked, "what do we do?" Chen looked at her crew, at the young faces who trusted her, at Earth hanging in space behind them. Billions of people depending on them. "We do what humans do best," she said. "We survive, no matter the cost." The Zarn Armada began moving forward, a wall of death heading straight for Earth. The real war was just beginning. The human fleet pulled back toward Earth. The Zarn Armada followed like a dark wave of death. "We're losing ships," Chen's officer reported. 20 vessels destroyed, 30 more heavily damaged. Chun watched her people die. Each explosion was a crew, families, friends. But she couldn't stop, couldn't save them all. Keep moving, led them deeper into the system, make them chase us. The Zarn pressed forward. Their numbers were too great. Every minute, more human ships fell. On Earth, people watched the battle on their screens. They saw their fleet being destroyed. Parents held their children. Everyone knew what was coming. "Captain," the communication officer suddenly shouted, "I'm receiving a coded transmission. Deep space origin." "From who?" Chen asked. "Unknown source. But it's using old Earth military codes. Very old." The message appeared on Chen's screen. Her eyes went wide. "Alpha Fleet responding to distress call. ETA 10 minutes. Hold the line." "Alpha Fleet?" her second officer said. "What's Alpha Fleet? We don't have an Alpha Fleet." Chen's mind raced. Then she remembered. Stories from the colony worlds. Rumors of secret construction. Mars, Europa, Titan. Everyone thought they were just mining more resources. "They weren't mining," Chen whispered. "They were building." "Building what?" Before she could answer, space itself tore open. A massive portal formed behind a human fleet. Light poured through. Then the ships came. 1, 10, 50, 100, 500. New warships. Different designs. Flags from Mars. Europa, Titan, Proxima Station. Every human colony in the galaxy. "This is Commander Rodriguez of the Mars Defense Fleet." A voice called out, "You mess with the wrong species. Nobody destroys our colonies." "Europa Fleet standing by." Another voice said, "Titan Fleet ready to fight." Came a third. Chen's eyes filled with tears. The colonies had come. All of them. United. "All ships," she commanded. "This is Captain Chun. Form up with our reinforcements. Time to show the Zarn what happens when you attack humanity." The combined fleet was now 700 ships strong. Still outnumbered, but not helpless. Commander Vex saw the new fleet. His confidence cracked. "Where do they come from?" he screamed. Chen opened a channel. Her voice was steel. "You destroyed one colony. Now face all the colonies. Attack one human. Fight all humans. That's our way." She raised her hand. "All ships. Attack formation. For Colony 7. For Earth. Charge." 700 human ships crashed into the Zarn Armada like a hammer. The battle was fierce, violent, desperate. But this time humanity fought as one. Ships from Mars covered Earth vessels. Europa fighters protected Titan cruisers. Every colony defended each other. The Zarn had never seen anything like it. "Their formation is breaking," Chen's officer reported. "The Zarn are confused. They don't understand our coordination." Commander Vex watched his fleet fall apart. Human ships were everywhere, fighting together, dying together, winning together. "Retreat," Vex ordered. All ships withdraw. But it was too late. The human fleet surrounded them, cut off their escape routes. One by one, Zarn ships exploded or surrendered. 3 hours later, it was over. The Zarn armada was destroyed. Only a few ships escaped into deep space, running home to tell their empire what happened. Chun sat in her command chair, exhausted. Around her, crew members hugged each other, cried, celebrated. Casualties, she asked quietly. 150 ships lost. 30,000 crew members dead. 30,000. Chun closed her eyes. So many lives, but billions were saved. Across Earth and all colonies, people poured into the streets, cheering, crying, hugging strangers. Humanity had survived. 1 year later, Colony 7 was rebuilt. New homes stood where old ones burned. New families arrived. Children played in parks again. In the center of the colony stood a massive memorial, black stone carved with 50,000 names. Every person who died in the massacre. Admiral Sarah Chun stood before the memorial. She had been promoted after the battle, but the rank meant nothing compared to this moment. She placed her hand on the stone, on the name Sarah Martinez, and her daughter. "We kept our promise," Chun whispered. "You are not forgotten. You will never be forgotten." Behind her, representatives from every human colony stood in silence. Earth, Mars, Europa, Titan, all united now. The galaxy had learned something important that day. Humanity was not weak, not divided. Attack one human world, and every human world would respond. That night, Chun sat in her office. A transmission arrived. Unknown origin. The message made her sit up straight. Humans of Earth. The Zarn were not the only ones watching you. Your victory impressed many. Some want to be friends. Others want to test your strength. The galaxy is bigger than you know. And now, you have everyone's attention. Choose your next steps carefully. The message ended. Chun looked out at the stars. Somewhere out there, new friends waited. New enemies too. But humanity was ready now. Together, they could face anything. The age of hiding was over. The age of humanity had begun. 6 months after the battle, Admiral Chun received orders to report to Earth Command. She entered the council chamber. Every seat was filled. Leaders from every human colony sat together. Admiral Chun, the Earth Council leader, began. "We face a new challenge. The message we received. Other alien races are watching us now." Chun nodded. "I expected this. We showed our strength. Now everyone wants to know what we'll do next. 3 alien races have sent diplomatic requests." The leader continued. "The Karathi offer friendship and trade. The Velm want a military alliance. And the Drex simply want to meet us." "What about the Zarn?" Chun asked, silent, completely silent. "Our scouts report massive fleet movements in their territory. They're preparing something." Chun walked to the star map. "So we have potential friends and a definite enemy. What's the Council's decision?" "That's why you're here," said the Mars representative. "Earth Command wants to create a new division. The diplomatic fleet. Ships that explore, make contact, build relationships, and defend if needed," added the Europa representative. Chun understood immediately. "You want me to lead it?" "You united the colonies in battle," the council leader said. "Now unite humanity with the galaxy. But carefully. We don't know who to trust." 2 weeks later, Chun stood on the bridge of her new ship, the Pathfinder, built for exploration and combat. Beside her stood officers from Earth, Mars, Europa, and Titan. "Course laid in, Admiral," her pilot said. "Karathi space. 3 days travel." "What if it's a trap?" her security officer asked. Chun smiled. "Then we spring it and fight our way out. That's what humans do." The ship jumped to hyperspace. Behind them, Earth grew smaller. Ahead, unknown space waited. On the Pathfinder's lower deck, scientists prepared translation equipment. Diplomats reviewed alien customs. Marines checked their weapons. Chun walked through the ship. Every person here was a volunteer. They knew the risks. They came anyway. "Admiral," her communication officer called, receiving another message. Same unknown source as before. The message was short. You chose to explore. Wise decision. But be warned, not everyone in the galaxy wants peace. Some see humanity as a threat. Watch for the shadows. Trust no one completely. Good luck, Admiral Chun. Chin stared at the message. Who was sending these warnings? Friend or enemy? The Pathfinder flew deeper into unknown space, toward new worlds, new species, new dangers. Humanity's greatest adventure was just beginning.